All right, guys. Guess what? We got ourselves a live stream. Doing a little testing here because I've been trying to set this up for like the past 45 minutes, and you know what happens sometimes when you try and set up a live stream in a unique, different location? Sometimes you run into some troubles. So just trying to work those out. Mainly audio issues, which again shouldn't be all that surprising. We got ourselves not one but two tables of pot limit Omaha of the 1-2 variety, $200 max buy-in. This is the one table. Here's the other. Whoop, that's not the table. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. There's the other table. Doubled up down here. I did play a little no limit just before this, and got stacked in the 2-5 streets for $500. So lost $500 there. Won 200 here. There was another table where I think I was up a little bit in the PLO. Had to restart the computer. No longer at that table. But anyway, how are you guys? Mainly, where's your location? Can you get to Michigan, and how fast? Because we got a fun week of events this week and this weekend. Special guest joining us very shortly here. I think he's on his way. Guys, let me know how the audio is. That was the main struggle of my life today, audio issues. So let me know if the microphone is working, if you can hear me, and should be a little soft core music in the background as well that you've known to come and love on this here YouTube channel. 3-minute delay, guys. So anything you type into the chat, I see it immediately, but give me 3 minutes to react to it. Just going to keep wagering here, I think, on this turn card. I have 3 pair now. I have a spade. We have a straight blocker, so just going to bet again. Win it. Fold this. Some 3-handed battles going on. Yo, Drew W. What's up, man? Hey, Dalton Randall. What's up? Good to see you guys here in the chat. Chat is a go. Stream is a go. Hello, hello. What's up, guys? Good evening from downtown Detroit. That's right, I said downtown Detroit. Coming at you guys from the MGM Grand, a lovely casino here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. That's right, Eric. I am, in fact, in Detroit. What's up, Chaz Thomas, Jeff Cooper, Straw Hat Luffy. What's up, Billy? Billy K. Can't wait to meet you and Brad at MGM tomorrow. Can't wait to meet you either, dude. The meetup game is a go tomorrow. Finally, we have ourselves a meetup game in downtown Detroit. Let's do it, broski. Pump for the mug tomorrow. I'm going to be driving up from Indy. I think it's going to be an absolute banger tomorrow. Absolute banger. Suggest you guys get there early. Official start time is 4 p.m. Should be a great one. Finally, we check the box next to the city of Detroit for the meetup games. I think I'm just going to fold here. Top pair, not likely good versus a full pot size wager and one call. We do have a gutter to the nuts. Backdoor flush draw. We have 3 of those, though. Just going to make it fold. Just going to let it go. Raise it up here. Audio works good, says John Norris. I trust John Norris, so that is good news. We flop ourselves a wrap. We have straight blocker. 2 spades on board, which makes it less cool. I think I will wager here. Why not? I can call a raise. Kind of a tough one. Kind of a close one. Not sure if I'm supposed to c-bet this. I guess I could check it, actually. We have the 5, which blocks a straight, but versus 3 ranges and a board that generally doesn't connect with us as the pre-flop raiser. Definitely calling here. Don't love that so much. 9 of spades, reasonable blocker, but you know, not the most important. Make trips. Could turn this into a bluff, but we'll see how much he wagers. Could just turn this into a bluff. I think I'm going to try it. I mean, he doesn't have a ton behind. But let's try it anyway. If we stack off, whatever. I mean, we have ourselves a pretty key card here with a 7. We have straight blocker. We have somewhat of a flush blocker. He does make the call with a full house that is a weakest full house available. They don't like to fold, do they? He definitely thought about it. He definitely thought about it. What's up? Life of Closer. Andrew, start a petition to get me unbanned from MGM. Appreciate you. You got it, man. Consider it started. Consider it started. What are the stakes for tomorrow, Jeremy? Stakes for tomorrow will be the 2-5 variety of No Limit Texas Hold'em. What's up, Nightmare Accomplice? I meant neighbor to the south. I suck at geography. Let's see. Old Man Cannabis. Greetings from your neighbor to the east in Indiana, meaning south. I'm so close to the border of Michigan, we call this area Michiana. How about that? Audio is crystal clear. Music's there too. Nice. All right. Special guest is on his way up here. I gave you a clue saying it's a he. It's not a she. You guys can probably guess who it is. Can you speak a little louder? Not really. Let me know. I can try and turn the audio up, the mic input. What's up, Dan Bischoff? See you at MGM. Yeah, just doing a little test stream here. Just going to stream for a couple of hours and hang out with y'all. Make sure everything is functioning because we got a lot of streaming to do this weekend in particular. So we got Meetup game tomorrow here at MGM Grand Detroit. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so that's going to be a thing. Thursday, we're going to do a Sportsbook Hangout. Sportsbook Hangout. Probably, I think, from 5 to 7 p.m. Just chill, eat some food, drink some beverages, watch some basketball games, and fire at the basketball games a little bit in the sports book here at MGM Detroit. That's Thursday. Then Friday we got a bunch of tournaments that we'll be dabbling in. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm going to stream all that stuff. So this is just kind of a test stream. Just hang out, make sure everything works here in the hotel room. Usually hotel Wi-Fi, a little on the sketchy side, but this seems to be going okay so far. Let's see how many people we got tuned in at the moment. Hundo. Is that accurate? Not sure if that's accurate. 133 it says. Could be accurate. So let's see. Tournaments. Try and bring up the schedule here. Try and bring up the tournament schedule. Things happening here on the BetMGM platform in Michigan. Find that in a minute. Yeah, this is the Party Poker / BetMGM platform partnership. Hey Andrew, when are you coming back to Playground Poker in Montreal? I don't know. No plans here at the moment. Great room up there though. Let's see here. Poker. Learn more. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Look at my face on there and everything. How about that? March Poker Mania by BetMGM. So Darren Elias, he's holding down the fort in New Jersey. Berkey's doing things in Pennsylvania. What's up, John Francois? Just become a member of the channel. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for clicking that join button once again. This live stream is not helping my work productivity. Sorry to do it to you, buddy. Appreciate your support over the years, though, my friend Jean Francois. So Matt Berkey out there in Pennsylvania doing it, and a bunch of fun stuff happening here this week. So this thing has already kicked off. Started on Sunday, this past Sunday. March Poker Mania tournaments. What's the date today? 22nd. So we got some phase tournaments into the phase 1 to 75K guaranteed. Phase 2. There was a PLO tournament yesterday. I did not partake. Let's see. Oh man, I might have to leave you guys sitting here for a minute. My special guest cannot get to the floor. Let's see what else is going on here. We got some PKOs, another PLO event on the 25th. This thing is going to be an absolute beauty. Definitely streaming this thing. March 26th, we got a heads up bracket style 32 person, $10,000 added to the heads up tournament. So I'll be hopping in there. That is the 26th. What is that, Saturday? Yep, that's Saturday. 27th is the main event. $100,000 guarantee tournament. 1K buy-in. Main event. Streaming all of it. Is this Charlie Carroll? No, it is not. Hey, Bellagio married guy. What's up, Eldon? Thanks for tuning in. See if I can add some lighting here. Whoa, that's not good. Look at that, I'm like the Terminator. It's kind of cool. Guess that's not gonna work. Thanks for the dono, Eldon. Appreciate you, buddy. See if I can make this a little brighter through the camera itself. That works. That works. What time? 4 p.m. is the official start time for tomorrow. Meetup game. Sportsbook Hangout should be, I think, 5 to 7 p.m. tomorrow. Should give me time to hop into the tournament tomorrow evening, if that is the correct times. All right, who we got here? We got Jason Kapoor, Jeff Cooper, Bench, Kyle Blackwelder, Justin Frank, Andrew Skinner, Waterboy, Joe D, Old Man Cannabis, great name. Any trips to Texas anytime soon? Says Styles444. I don't have anything booked, but I'll be there in April for sure. April and May. May is going to be a big month down at the Lodge. We're going to have the Lodge Championship Series going on. So I'll be there for sure for that. But yeah, April, don't have the dates yet. May, don't have the dates yet, but I'll be down there. Satirbasa Andre. Welcome back. Good luck from Romania. Thanks, buddy. They just shut down poker in Ontario April 4th. It all changes to only inside province. Haven't really been following that too closely, but that doesn't sound all that great. What's up, Aaron? Love the poker videos. Thanks, dude. So yeah, we'll fire up some tournaments later on this week. Just doing a little test stream here tonight. Gonna hang out with a buddy of mine who is collecting a couple of beverages to bring up to the room. I'm gonna have to step away in a second, go downstairs and let him in, because the elevator is one of those ones where you have to use the key card to access every individual floor, apparently. Usually it's like if you have a key card, it'll let you onto all the guest floors, but this one is even stricter. Only lets you onto your floor. After we play these double-suited pocket aces, I'll show you the view out the room. Flop flush draw and a straight draw. Leads out for pot. I'm not folding. Got the backdoor spades as well. Not too much point in raising here. Although we do have a 9. That's a not great card. Would expect this guy to have some boats here, especially since we have the nut flush draw, and for him to overcall for a pot size wager, it means less likely that he would have a flush draw or worse flush draw. More likely that he has full house. We don't have any blockers. We don't have a jack 10 or an 8, so pretty likely that this guy has a full house. He does. He has jack 8. This guy flopped a straight with the king high flush draw. That's not going to win. That's pot limit Omaha. Take another look here. Beaver Fever. The ace queen jack 8. Pretty sweet turn card for him. This is not really like I wouldn't suggest just leading out for pot with this hand. He does have heart backup plan to go along with his straight, but it's not the nut hearts. And he's got 3 of them, and he doesn't have the nut straight here. So to just lead out into 3 people with the non-nut straight, wouldn't really recommend that play. The Enforcer, Simon Balls. I'm the best at Snap, Pro Snap. I'm the king. I don't know what that is, dude. What's Snap? Hey, it's E. McKenzie. What's up, dude? E. McKenzie, have you been listening to the Texas Poker Experience podcast? I imagine you at least know of it. I was listening to the Texas Poker Podcast Experience. By the way, E. McKenzie is now a YouTube poker vlogger. He's also a reg down there in the Texas games, putting together some cool poker vlogs and stuff. Check out his channel. Anyway, I learned about the phrase Texas heads up which means when you raise preflop and it goes like 5 ways, you say Texas heads up to the flop. Let's peel down here for the stream. We got a pair and nut diamonds. Do not connect. Anyway, on the podcast, they're saying if you say that, then you're not actually from Texas. They say if you use that phrase, Texas heads up, then you're not actually from Texas. What say you, E. McKenzie? What say you? Chad Hunter. What's going on? Brendan Primus. We got the, what was that? Top 2 pair versus the top pair plus open ender. All right, I'm going to sit out here for a minute. If you guys leave, I don't blame you. But I will be right back. I'm going to go let my guest in. He's down there in the lobby now. Let's bet this. Just sit out the next hand. Turn is a good one. We turn a wrap to go along with top pair. Gonna bet it again here. Bit of a semi-bluff. I don't know if King 9 is good, but turn so much equity there that it seems worth a barrel. All right, I'll be right back. You guys are just gonna have to hang out and listen to these wacky tunes that are playing in the background. Maybe I can find you a less wacky song to listen to in the meantime. Let me see here. This one's probably good. Yeah, this one's decent. All right, be right back. Special guest. Okay, guys. My back's super stiff. Good news. My special guest is here.
What's up, stream?
Look who it is, guys. You would have never guessed who it could have been.
Yeah.
There's that chair right there.
Okay, nice. So what are we playing? Are we doing PLO or?
We are at the PLO tables. You can put the chat box right here.
Nice.
I'm back. In 3 minutes. We got a 3-minute delay. Let me just see here. See what we look like. Yeah, I got this weird ass setting going on. Something is weird with the camera situation. Camera properties. Give me a sec here. Kind of, it's like, it look like CGI sort of. Almost like a Blue Man Group or something here.
Is that how it is for the people watching too?
I think so. Yeah, that's like the stream output. Give me a sec while I do this and also play PLO at the same time. Okay, well that fixes it. A little dark, but that seems to work. A little dark, but whatever. We'll raise it up for the stream. All right. Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Thanks for getting the beverages.
Yep. This is an Old Nation IPA.
Old Nation.
Yeah. You ever had it?
Never heard of it. See you bet there with the blockers. That's a thing in poker. Try and move a little bit closer to me and forward a little bit.
Forward? Okay. Feel like
No.
back.
Here, we'll just do that. There we go. It's all right. First time in Detroit, huh? Sort of.
No, 100% first time in Detroit, yeah. I don't think we did, I don't think we've ever done any, like, layovers here or anything.
You've never even done a layover. How does it feel to be in Detroit?
Feels interesting. I always like going to new cities, so pretty cool to finally make it out here. Long overdue for a meetup game.
Yeah, we'll just hang out here for a little bit. Just wanted to do this test stream as mentioned. This guy check raises.
How long do you think we're gonna be doing this for? Should I promote it on IG?
Yeah, you can do that. I thought maybe like a couple of hours.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna call it here. That's a terrible brick of a turn. Pretty tough one here. I guess I'm just gonna fold though. I mean, we don't know if our spade draw is any good. If I had nut spades, I would for sure continue. Just have a gut shot. Top pair doesn't feel all that strong. Check raise feels pretty strong. Just gonna let it go. The other table is currently in this mode, in sit out mode.
Okay.
More PLO. I'd expect Andrew to win a WSOP bracelet with all the PLO he's playing, says
You're close,
Jeffrey.
man. You're close.
We had a deep run in the last WSOP. Made it down to 30th out of like 1,000. Got all in with aces pre-flop for most of my chips, and I would have had like a top 2 chip stack if that hand would have held. Tournament bad beats, you know? We just got to get on Rampage's level, you know?
I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing. He's won like 3 rings in the last. Did he just win 2 in the last like week or something? And then did he win his
Something
third?
like that.
Did he win his first ring like a while ago, or was that this year too?
Yeah, I think he had.
Hard to keep up.
Hard to keep up with all his jewelry. He had a bracelet and a ring, I think, and then he won 2 more.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I think he won his first ring in like the Bahamas. Does that sound right?
Sounds right.
And then he won that Venetian tournament not too long ago as well.
Yeah, and then he just won another tournament the other night, a non-ring event for like 28K. We need Rampage to give us lessons. Probably not the PLO streets, but in the no limit streets at least. Brad's working his magic on Instagram.
Yeah.
Brad Nader, what are your thoughts on Rampage losing 150K in 2 days? How would you two react to that situation? I would be pretty upset, but Rampage has been killing it out there in the content creation streets and everything that he's got going on in his life. That I don't think if he wasn't going to be totally fine with losing that much money, I don't think he would have taken the shot and brought all that much money to Hustler Casino and just taken it out of his backpack and plopped it on the table.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's going to be just fine. And, I mean, taking shots in these big games and stuff and, like, just playing fearlessly, I think it's going to pay off for him in the long run, you know?
Absolutely. That's the thing, like, even if it goes bad, it's kind of something that you've said previously, that you get a little bit of a rebate in the YouTube revenue, but I mean 150K, that's going to be tough for YouTube revenue to cover, but it's so good for content, for channel growth purposes,
and like player growth purposes. I don't know, you know, what Rampage's goals are with cash game stuff, but whatever, you take some beatings, and that's how you get better as a player, and you learn from it. And I mean, in a couple of years, Rampage could be like one of the best cash game players potentially.
Think so?
I mean, I don't know. It just depends on how he approaches it and how the big losses affect him.
Who knows? If he puts work in, who knows? I think he definitely has like a pretty natural style for either winning tournaments or busting a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't have that when it comes to tournament stuff.
Right. Me either.
Yeah, and so to see him lose big in the cash game and then like recover from that by winning like back-to-back tournaments essentially for, you know, mid 5 figures each, that's pretty sweet.
Let us know how the audio is, guys, with two people sharing a mini microphone, mini Yeti Mini.
So what have you been up to, man? You've been in Detroit the last like week and a half or so, or week, or how long have you been out here?
Been here for a week, hanging out with the folks in Grosse Pointe, and yeah, just doing the family thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is only the second beer that I've had in Michigan on this trip, so
nice.
Been you know, being a good boy on that front.
Do you still have like friends out here and stuff that you reach out to, or not quite as much anymore?
A couple, definitely not as much anymore. We got the jacks down here that I raised up. This guy puts in a tiny 3-bet from out of position, which is just not something that you ever see if you start taking lessons in this. And then this guy back 4-bets. This guy 5-bet gets it all in. So he could be a genius if this guy has aces and has somehow tricked this guy into going all in, and he does. Look at that. What a genius. And the other guy makes a straight.
Wow.
What a game. What a game. He reopened the betting with that small raise. Just got this guy to spaz the hell out. But yeah, still have a couple friends around here. One of my good friends that I went to college with. Shout out to my friend Shannon. But most of them have moved away. What's up, Julius? Thank you for the donation. $10. Go get some American Coney dogs at Lafayette on me. Some people prefer the Lafayette Coney next to it, but you can't go wrong with either. Looking forward to meeting you guys tomorrow.
Nice.
And thanks, Julius. All right, we gotta go get some American Coney dogs. Flop set. No flush blocker. C-bet for half.
Got E. McKenzie in the chat.
Yep.
You guys come to join us in Orlando in October. Disney Universal for 10 days or so. I can PM you guys the details. I don't know, man.
Disney for 10 days.
That's a lot of days for Disney.
Dang. I've never been to the one in Florida.
I went one time a couple years ago. Probably like a year into the channel or so. Played at the Tampa Hard Rock out there.
And you went to Disney?
Yeah, my girlfriend, I guess you never met her, but you went to her house.
Oh, previous girlfriend.
Yeah, she loved Disney stuff. And we went to Epcot. We just drank at all the different worlds.
Right,
It's pretty fun.
I've heard about that. Yeah. So you did that for one day, not 10.
We did that for one day. We stayed at the Animal Kingdom, which was awesome. And they messed up our hotel reservation, so they gave us the presidential suite.
I remember this story.
Yeah.
I remember the photos.
Yeah, so that was awesome. That was really, really cool. So we were there for a couple days. We took a Disney cruise. That's why we were there, I think. So it was like 10 days of Disney stuff.
Yeah, okay.
There's too many days.
10 days of Disney. E. McKenzie. Big fan, apparently.
I guess so, yeah. I didn't know that he was that into it. I guess I imagine like Steady's going, or I wonder who else is going, or maybe Matt Westlake.
I was asking
some awesome guys.
Just trying to scroll up and see. Because I was asking E. McKenzie. Thanks for shouting, but I haven't listened to it, but I know it exists. Well, it makes sense about not being protected because I've only been here about 2 years. Okay. It's accurate then. So I was asking him, there's this phrase, audio is a little slutty. There's this phrase, Texas heads up. Have you heard this? Where like you raise pre-flop and it goes 5 ways and you say, Texas heads up to the flop.
I'm not. But I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was listening to that podcast, the Texas Poker Experience, with Caitlin and Greg. Is that his name?
Craig. Yeah.
And they were saying, yeah, that is like a thing that people say, but the people who say it aren't really from Texas, is what she said. So I learned it from E. So I was quizzing him on whether that's true or not, and he says he's not actually from Texas. So it makes sense so far.
That does make sense. That people from Texas wouldn't even understand that.
Not that they wouldn't understand it, but they just don't really say it.
Yeah, but they also probably don't understand that flops don't usually go like 3, 4, and 5 ways all the time.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have a 200 ale in Michigan, Andrew. Yeah, I'll probably track one of those down tonight. We have to take it easy though because we have a massive day tomorrow. Big meetup game happening. Since the first one finally in Detroit. I'm just gonna check. Playing 2 hands here. Just gonna check this one back. I raise pre-flop, check the flop, turn the nut flush draw. Don't have any really good blockers here. Have it 8. Just gonna fold though. Pot size bet. Finally, first one in Michigan. First meetup game in Michigan. And expecting a massive turnout. So we're gonna try and play for a long time tomorrow. Try and play with as many people as possible. So we can't have too many two-hearted ales is the moral of that story.
Are those like double IPAs or?
It's from Bell's Brewery. It's like the one of the biggest independent breweries in the U.S. and that's one of their most popular ones. I don't know what is a double IPA. For as many beers as I've drank in my life, I know like not that much about terminology.
I don't know. I know they just end up having like more alcohol in them, so I assume I don't know, more hops, more yeast, yeah,
more flavor,
yeah.
What's up, Flame Dragon? Thanks for the $5. Good luck, Andrew. I just took 4th in a $5 tournament. Global over 92.50. Sweet, love to see it, dude.
Just donating over 5% of that to you.
I love it, man. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Flame Dragon. It's a cool YouTube name. We have boring YouTube names. His name is Flame Dragon.
Yeah. So have you had any time to do some cool stuff, like go to any fun restaurants or anything while you're in town, or
we were just getting takeout when I was hanging out with the family. Tried a Mexican spot that they had never tried previously, burrito spot. And you would have enjoyed that.
I'm a little bit suspect of like Midwest Mexican food though.
Sure. Yeah, I wouldn't think it's like our specialty, but it was pretty good.
That's good.
Rampage Leafs gives you guys a lot of credit. I almost jumped on Rampage hate train, but he grew on me. It's definitely quantity over quality, but his content and hands he plays. Yeah, well, the people want as many of these poker vlogs as they can get, and he delivers. So good on him for that. Kind of interesting flop here. Flop blockers, and we have equity, king high flush draw. So I say we bet it and flop the nuts on the other table with top set. Just gets the snap fold button, unfortunately. Guess we gotta check that back maybe. I'm gonna bet the maximum here. This is where you start saying fold. I learned that on Doug's channel. Still gonna bet it. No blockers to two pair type stuff. Just gonna bet the maximum. Why not?
Yeah, we got this straight.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but we just have to tell ourselves that we do.
Oh, okay.
I guess in live poker it's more important. Online, guess it doesn't really matter. But when I'm like bluffing, I try to mentally tell myself that I've got it. You know.
I mean, he has to fold two pair here, right? Or a set. You can't just call down with like pocket sixes. Right? There you go.
We got it. Nice.
There you go.
Boom.
Cheers.
We got a question from Daniel Rutkowski. Or no, sorry, we do have a question from him, but Brown Magic, how's the action for tomorrow's meetup game? How many tables expected?
All of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed house based on what you've been telling me.
Yeah, I would expect every table in use. I mean, I don't know exactly how many dedicated to 2-5 meetup games. It depends how many they dedicate to that, but I imagine every table that they have down there will be up and running. Flop top and bottom here, and a bad gutter. I think I'm just gonna fold. Versus the full pot size. Chad Hunter, I'm not sure I'm ready for Vegas 2-5 after 2 years of Texas 1-2. Like, not sure if the knife fights in them streets are going to be as bloody as they are in Texas. Yeah, games in Vegas, definitely a little more chill, I think, than games in Texas. 2 years of Texas 1-2. You know who June is?
Yep.
She was down there playing the PLO games. She was like, "Yeah, I knew it was gonna be crazy, but I didn't expect this."
In Detroit?
In Texas.
Oh
Took a
yeah.
trip down there.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see her down there when I was there. She must have left.
Yeah, she was just there like last week, I think.
Oh, okay. Yep. Pretty special place out there.
Very. So how long are you in town here for?
I'm leaving Friday. Go back to Vegas.
So you'll be here for the Sportsbook Hangout.
Yeah. So is Michigan State still in the tournament or no?
No, they lost to Duke.
Oh, okay.
Michigan is still in there though. I think.
Yeah, but you can't be rooting for them though.
Because I went to Michigan State.
Yeah.
I root for pretty much all the Michigan teams, unless it's like Michigan versus U of M, or Michigan State versus U of M. But now that Michigan State's out of there, got to root for,
Michigan.
Second choice.
I actually like Michigan because being a Niners fan, Harbaugh went to Michigan, so I still root for him.
This is a pretty tough spot. I'm not sure what's best here. I don't know if like flatting pre-flop was ideal. I think I'm gonna turn this into a bluff now. Let's see, sizings. Single bet small here and then jam river. See what he does.
Or we just drill that.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah,
I guess
good
we
or
don't
not?
have to bluff now because we beat sets in two pairs. He's never folding a flush. Yeah, this guy's just blasting away. I mean, I guess the 10 high flush. I was never expecting him to have a 10 high flush there. So a 10 high flush might find a fold. I'd assume that he had a different type of holding there.
Kmart's in the chat.
Is he?
The lads. What's up, fellas? What's
Kevin
up?
Martin. Ah, there it is. Didn't recognize that little icon. Used to just seeing his handsome face plastered everywhere.
And his ripped body, you know? There's Kevin Martin, like 75% of pictures I see of him these days, shirtless. Yeah, he's like the Matthew McConaughey of poker content.
I'm salty that I checked the river there with the straight. What can you do? Top 2 pair. Yeah, him and Mrs. Martin.
Pee-wee?
Yep. That's a fit poker couple. Oh, I guess she doesn't really play poker, but that's a fit couple.
Fit Big Brother couple.
Yeah,
Big Brother Canada. But yeah, that was fun. It's always fun to hang out with Kevin. When we've done that, I mean, we haven't seen him like too many times, but at Run It Up and then at the Global Poker Awards, it's pretty cool.
Yep. I got to hang out with Kevin in the Losers Lounge of that Global Poker Awards this year. A couple of losers hanging out in the Losers Lounge. That was good times.
Yeah, I mean, what do you, like, number 1 or number 2 overall in Global Poker Award trophies, or what?
What have they done for me lately, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, if that's my last one.
Your last award?
Yeah, from them.
Interesting spot here. Could do a couple of different things, I think. Let's see what he does. Bets pot. I mean, he's basically saying he has a 10 or nothing. So could hero this off here. Expect to see quads a fair amount of the time. Like expect to see quads a lot of the time. Seems like quads are queens full, maybe. I actually think
But 6 is full.
I don't think he would bet full pot. No, that doesn't make any sense because I could easily have like pocket aces or pocket kings or something.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give it to him. We'll 3-bet this hand down here.
Yeah, because you don't even. I need to learn the PLO rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How can I help you?
So yeah, if he had pocket 6s there, it's not. He's still playing 10s full of 6s. Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's some spot like when there's 2 pair on board, when it's different.
Okay.
Right. Like there was
PLO.
Yeah, like I have no idea what I'm doing in PLO ever. So I'm just learning the game and like mostly through PLO double board bomb pots when we play those in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like when there's 2 pair on board, and you have one of them, like you don't have a full house, you know, unless you have like if it's like 10-10, 6-6, ace, and you have like Jack 10, 8-7. You have trip 10s with a Jack.
Right.
Yeah. Which is something that was weird to get used to.
I remember I was watching one of your vids from Texas. There's a double board bomb pot, PLO bomb pot, and you were like, you reacted as if like you had a full house or something on one of the boards. You're like, oh yeah, I got that one. I got a full house. And I was watching. I was like, what? And Deer was like, no, sir. And you're like, oh wait, no, I don't.
Sounds right.
Good times. I mean, it happens to everybody that gets into the PLO streets. Kevin Martin gets the lull.
Oh,
Silverlicious, thanks for the buck, dude. Learn female nature. What's going on there? I see 2 goats in the top right of my screen. GG, Brad, says Kyle.
What happened?
I don't know. You had a good run.
I had a good run. Oh, okay.
Good run in life.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you like the MGM software? It looks sweet. Well, it's definitely better than WSOP software. I'll tell you that much.
What do you like about it? It's better.
I guess a lot of things. One thing I'm trying to figure out though is that I can't figure out these. These are throwables, I think, but it doesn't seem to work for me for some reason. Like you need diamonds here to throw them, and I have 309 diamonds. I'm struggling a little bit to figure out these throwable situations, which I need to figure out. But yeah, you can chat with people. It's got these little emojis. Just crying, laughing, for example.
Mm-hmm. Seen similar stuff before.
Let's 3-bet this hand. You get the cold call from Billy with $16 behind. Not a ideal flop here, I don't think. Gonna fold it. Gonna give this guy a little tag. I don't know. Yeah, it just feels better. You know, definitely feels a lot better than the current offerings in Nevada, which are definitely lacking. It's hard to play 2 tables of PLO and chat with the chat and chat with you and drink beer.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of stuff. I feel like you're doing a great job, though.
It's a lot.
How do you feel about? I mean, I kind of know, but do you want to talk to the chat about like when we're doing this? When we're doing the meetup games, like how much stuff is going on?
Just like how it's a lot.
Yeah. It's fine.
I guess so. You want to chat about it?
Or not.
What do you mean?
Listen, Chris
Ask me-
Bain saying Brad the PLO shark. I'm a fantastic player.
If you're gonna interview someone, you have to give them a little bit more like narrow of a question rather than just like some broad sort of like statement. I
Yeah.
think.
Take me through a day of like a meetup game event for you, Andrew. Like pre-game, what's the routine?
Pre-game, I'll probably like film an intro here in the hotel room. Talk about like, you know, here we are. We finally made it. We're doing this Detroit meetup game after a couple of years of hoping and trying to make it happen. So film an intro up here where it's like nice and quiet and good audio for all that. And then head on downstairs. Check in with the floor staff. Say, how's it looking? How the list's looking? Which games were the first ones to start? Because that's where we want to start playing at. Yeah. Hang out with the people who got here the earliest. And let us know if there's any questions. See if they have any questions. It's pretty straightforward as far as like the operation of a meetup game goes, but.
But then you got to film. You got to take notes.
Then we get in there, get in the mix, start playing some cards.
Pressure to mix it up, play.
Yeah.
Maybe widen the range.
There's pressure to mix it up on this stream right now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Jim, James EC. Greetings, boys. Have to up the price with 2 of you. Have no clue why it always ends in 99 cents. Good to see the both of you. Enjoy the trip. May the cards be with you. Stay safe. Be well. Jim. Thanks, man. Thanks for the $9.99. I think there's a way to change it. I don't know if it's like on mobile or desktop. One of the two, I think, defaults to that 99 cent for some reason. But thanks for the $10, Jim. Did you get beers recently from Jim? Or did I drink all those again?
I'm sure you drank them all again. I don't even have an address
Not
anymore.
Like, not
very. I don't have a PO box. It's out there anymore.
Oh yeah.
Canceled it.
Canceled your PO box.
Yep. So if you want to send me something, send it to Andrew's PO box. Don't send any alcohol because Andrew will drink it all, as he has done from gifts sent by James in the past. The Stillwater 420. Is it called
snapped
420?
off here by the nut
Stillwater?
flush.
Ah,
It's called Sweetwater. 420.
Sweetwater 420.
Yeah. So anyway, the meetup games. Definitely some pressure to splash around and not just knit it up. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not like my best poker that I'll ever play. I think those days are mostly behind me anyways. Of just like playing good poker.
Do you think that's because like now you're a business mogul? You've got the lodge, you've got a successful YouTube channel. We're doing the meetup game stuff, and
yeah, it's hard for me to take any of these like these poker games that I'm playing lately to take them as seriously as I might have in the past when I was just like out there solely on the poker grind.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like maybe I should play more tournaments because I probably like play better in tournaments than I do in cash games these days, just because I don't really take the cash games all that seriously anymore.
It seems like you enjoy the PLO stuff a lot, though.
Yeah, I do. Definitely more than No Limit. But I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I have a couple of ideas for content things I want to do in when I get back to Vegas. Yeah, especially in Vegas, like just grinding those games in Vegas. I'm definitely like a lot burnt out on that.
Yeah.
LOL, Andrew is buzzed. I've had half of one beer and I was just wrecked.
Yeah. Lightweight.
Yeah, just hammered. So yeah, just like grinding those games in Vegas. A little bit burnt out on that scene, but I have an idea for something I want to try. I don't want to spoil it or tease it too much. Just want to kind of do it.
Yeah.
So once I get back to Vegas, I'm going to try and make that happen. Get some other people involved. Bicky Bickford. Hey, you changed your screen name there, your YouTube name. It used to be Bicky's Restorations. Now it's Bicky Bickford. Hi guys, I'm late. Thanks for the $2, buddy.
Hard Rock in Cincinnati is a great meetup game spot.
It's good to know.
Check that out.
Yeah, we should look into that. Daddy Dev.
Definitely want to check out Ohio at some point. Poker scene out there.
Are either of you dudes thinking about moving closer to the lodge? Did you buy a house?
Yeah, I just bought a new house. We close on Monday.
Sweet. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Just closed on Monday.
Yeah, so I've been with...
What's your address?
Yeah. Well, I've been with my girlfriend Amber for 3.5 years now. She has 2 little girls, and it's time for us to all move in together. So, very excited about it. Have a cool spot. Definitely have a housewarming party. It's always kind of weird to like just figure out like kind of for me personally what I'm comfortable sharing with the public about my personal life and different things,
Just tell them everything.
I'm definitely not comfortable doing that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's probably like, it's not only like what you're comfortable sharing, but also like what the other person is comfortable with the audience hearing about.
Yeah, and like how much the audience like gives a shit or doesn't care about it all too.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to figure out like who exactly cares about what. There's always like certain segments of the audience that does care about certain things, and some people don't care about it and just want the poker stuff.
Yeah.
I still owe Brad the Sweetwater 420. Sorry, Brad, I'm behind. Can I still send it to your home address?
I'm pretty sure that James sent us some or got us some somehow. I've had it, so thank you, James. We're good.
Yeah, you don't want more Sweetwater 420 for the new house?
I mean, I would love some, but yeah, I think
we're gonna be getting all in here with double suited aces. Usually a good thing. Not always, but.
So let's talk about the platform a little bit. Are there just 2 PLO games running right now that are 1-2 or? You're just doing this for the stream? 2 seems like a good number.
Yeah, 2. I mean, especially like trying to talk to the chat and you.
Yeah.
Not the best flop here, of course, but never folding. Dodge spades, and we find a double.
We're rich.
Needed it. Hey, and we got an extra $5 from John. Good timing.
Boom.
Celebratory super chat.
Can you guys please come to South Carolina where it's illegal to gamble so we can get arrested together? Thanks in advance.
I don't know if that's true. Illegal to gamble. That sounds like a broad blanket statement.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just go right over the border where Cherokee is, right? I think that's in North Carolina.
The casino is in North Carolina.
Right.
Peel once here with the nut straight and a heart blocker. What you gonna do, buddy? You're gonna win it. All right, what were you saying? Something about the platform?
Yeah, so like I guess I haven't seen the platform before. Are there a lot of games running regularly?
So we're just in Michigan playing against other Michiganders. Did you know that people in Michigan are called Michiganders?
I did not know that.
We're called Michiganders. So I can try and show this here. Oh man. Okay. Here is the list of tables. This is the PLO lobby. I guess I could do this a little differently. Let's see here. Here's the full screen look. Although that might be a little small for some of you guys. But there's currently, just these 2 tables of 1-2 PLO happening. Am I reading that right? Yeah. This one and this one. There's 2 tables of 50-cent dollar. There's 1 table of that. We can hop in this one if you guys want to get spicy.
High stakes.
You guys want to get spicy?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's get in this one. Let's get in there. We got pretty crappy aces on this table. I guess we'll just check. So we got a 2-5 PLO table up and running. I'm gonna bet small here, bet half. Why not? Probably sit one of these. Let's get out of one of these tables. We'll leave the big stack one on there. 2 is a good number to keep it somewhat chill, I think. Right. But yeah, the games are good. You know, we just got I saw an article today for some reasonably promising news. The Michigan Gaming Control Board just posted some guidance for the sites that want to join a merged player pool with other states.
Someone asked about that in the chat that I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah. So it's cool because it's coming from the Gaming Control Board, where previously it was what's happening, guys? There's just kind of silence on it. But I think it was either today or the other day, they posted a short list of guidelines for the sites that want to merge player pools. So it seems like, as far as their point of view goes, that they're all for it. We were kind of, not we, but sites were kind of waiting for that sort of a thing, waiting for word on whether it was officially going to be allowed, from the national regulatory point of view. But anyway, it looks like that's going to move forward, hopefully in the near future. And so Michigan will be able to play with Pennsylvania and Nevada and New Jersey.
Nice.
But yeah, as of now, it's just the Michigan-only player pool. So there's less games, of course, but the games are good. You don't have the Nevada pros in here. You'll see the occasional professional. Once you start playing this 2-5 level and above, I think you start to see some of the true grinders in the mix. But yeah, there's lots of fun tournaments happening this week. If you guys can partake in Michigan, should be a pretty cool one. I'm looking forward to this heads up tournament on Saturday. 32-person bracket style heads up battle.
What's mine for that?
$1,060.
So is that already filled out?
Let's see. I don't think so. I'd imagine it's not. Turn the nut flush here. Bad River. We do block boats. We have a 6. Called with queens. Interesting. Bring the lobby back up. See how many people are registered. Tourneys. Or I guess there's a Poker Mania tab. Here it is. There's 9 entrants at the moment, including me. So, if first of all,
is there a guarantee for it?
So they're adding $10,000 to first place. So there's a guaranteed overlay essentially. So it's, I don't know, they're adding a bunch of EV in there.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't fill up, then that'll be pretty wild. But
you've got a pretty extensive heads up resume that I saw recently on one of your IG posts.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. I'm looking forward to it.
Is it like back-to-back heads up first? Mm-hmm. Within the same week or so or something?
No, it was like a year later.
Oh, okay.
For the same sort of event at Caesar's Palace. They had this like hoops and hold'em thing,
yeah,
which could be perfect. I mean, we're about to play a sort of hoops and hold'em thing this week.
Yeah.
This is hoops in Omaha right now. Double suited rundown here. I guess we could flat call. You want to flat call out of your hands on the button here because position is so good, so you don't really necessarily need to 3-bet. Just going to check this back. Versus 2 ranges. Interesting turn card. I'm going to turn this into a bluff now if it checks to me. See what happens here. Does the Lodge stream have an ETA? It does not have an exact ETA, but it is very close, I would say. Very close to coming back. We've done a bunch of test streams. Things are looking promising. And we've also got a couple of extra hands and eyeballs working behind the scenes on the case. So we're very eager to get that back up and running. 7481WXH. I think I'm going to give it up here. We don't block draws, and for him to have check called that turn, I think he's going to be a little sticky in this kind of a spot. So I think I'm just going to give it up. 2 pair. Unsure. I guess I could blast away. It's like so much easier when you see their hand. It's like, oh, I guess I could just blast away. Mariano in the chat. $20.
Beer money for
Beer
boys.
money for the boys.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, buddy. Mariano's been crushing it.
Yeah. I saw a cool tweet by Billy DGaff, who's the commentator for Hustler. Mm-hmm. Said Mariano's, he remembers him a couple years ago, I think buying in for $400 like a Meetup game type event that he was hosting. Mm-hmm. And then, just recently he has $100K in front of him with, I'm assuming Garrett 2 to his left. DGaff said one of the best players in the world, 2 to his left, and he's like cracking jokes, and, like very comfortable.
Yep.
So that's cool. It's cool to see like just the progression of players, and I think Mariano's like really done a good job at getting better and putting in the hours, and it's paying off.
Yeah, I think Mariano probably was taking the poker itself the most seriously amongst the content creators, and like you said, definitely paying off.
Yeah, now he's able to donate money to us. So
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Sharing the wealth.
Yeah,
this is going great for everybody. Cheers, Mariano. Win lessons, buddy. You need to get lessons from Mariano.
Get some lessons
Cash
from
game
him
lessons from
and
him.
Rampage for tournaments.
Tournament lessons
PLO from you. So I'm the one that's going to benefit the most from this.
Check it back here. Fold it here. This guy is all about the hit and run right here. I've been playing on this platform for like 3 days and seen this guy hit and run like
what a day.
7 times. And I've seen other people chat about it too, like how he always does it. Actually, I took a note on it. I started to write it. It's funny because on this platform, I don't think, let me try it here. I don't think you can do it though. No. So on the WSOP platform, you can take notes like in the hand replay window on people, even if they've like left the table.
Yeah.
So this guy, I started to write hit and run, but then he ran before I could finish the note, and as soon as they're gone, you can't write anything about them anymore.
So when you write that note, like, how do you? When I write player notes, it's so I can adjust.
Yeah. Oh, this helps me adjust for sure.
You just don't let them win any big pots against you. I guess it's good to know if someone is a hit and runner, then they're probably
we'll give them a chance.
They're probably on the nittier side.
We'll give them a chance to hit and run.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Flops, 2 flush draws, 2 backdoor flush draws.
10 ball.
Nope. I think I'm just gonna give up here on that card. We don't have any clubs.
Irby 913 is gonna give up on this game.
He is. He's gonna run away. Let's try it. We have a. Hey,
we got him.
Got him.
What do we have?
We have nothing.
We have 7.
7, yeah.
Wow. Go back to does it show or no?
Show
go back like WSOP. What he had?
It doesn't show. He didn't call. He folded.
Oh, you bet, and he folded. Okay.
Oh, you thought I check called?
I thought no. I thought it went check.
Oh, okay. No, I bet. I bluffed. I bluffed the river.
Nice. No hit and run today.
Should I hit and run?
Irby.
Should I run? Just be like, bye. Did you guys hear any news on damage at the lodge after the tornado? I lived in town and saw it went right by there. Yeah, I think the lodge went unscathed from what I've heard from the guys. No reports of any damage. Definitely some reports of damage nearby. I heard the Home Depot. Somebody told me the Home Depot nearby got wrecked. Heard the Ross nearby also got wrecked. One of the dealer's cars, there was a dealer who was at said Ross, and we got a report that store and the dealer's car got wrecked. Saw lots of like down fences and trees and stuff, but haven't heard of anybody getting hurt, thankfully. And yeah, the lodge seems to have come out of it unscathed, right?
Yeah, from what I understand, yeah.
Mariano slayed at Hustler last night. Yeah, I want to watch that. He won $50,000.
Jesus.
It's the dream. It's the dream realized, you know? When you start playing this, imagine you sort of have dreams of like just rocking up into a casino and banging out a win like that. I'm not familiar with snooze here, but I guess I'll call it. Kind of interesting. Seems kind of mandatory now. Okay, that didn't work. You win. Win some, lose some, you know?
We tried. I thought that was going to work. It seemed like with the ace, we had the 6.
If you approve of it, then that's all I care about.
Yeah, no,
that's
makes
all
sense.
I care about.
Yeah. If it's a PLO hand. So we got this $5 donation from another Brad.
Good call.
This ongoing USD hyperinflation is going to scrape the bottom layer of live pros out of the 2-5 streets across the country. I've kind of had like a similar thought for like a decade though. So I guess it's more likely to happen at this point with inflation going nuts, but I think there's always going to be 2-5 pros.
You've had a similar thought about
just like inflation and how that's going to affect, like maybe just like 1-2 isn't a game that's spread anymore. You know, it's like 1-3 minimum or 2-5 minimum.
Yeah,
I think someone told me that before I moved to Vegas, Bellagio only had 2-5. That was the smallest game that they had, and then people were just playing like 5-10. I don't know if that's true or not. I think you moved to
Bellagio.
Vegas a little bit before me,
The smallest game at the Bellagio was 2-5 for a long time.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. And then they just decided to add 1-3 at some point. Seems like weird to.
We're just gonna get it in versus this guy. Phew. We almost got hit and ran there.
Yeah. Irby getting crushed. It's a rough day for Irby.
Scrape the bottom layer of live pros out of the 2-5 streets. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't really think about that. Thanks for the $5, Brad. Other Brad. Is he the other Brad or are you the other Brad?
He's the other Brad.
He's the other Brad.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Terry, wish I was up there in my old stomping grounds for the meetup. We wish you were here too. It's not going to be the same without you, Terry Beveridge. Look at that last name, Beveridge.
Fitting.
Edward Kane, hi from the lodge. When are you back? Yeah, sounds like he's saying it did. I assume that means it did make it out unscathed. Surrounding area not great. I'll be back in April. Do you have any idea when you're going to go back?
I mean, for sure May. Some chance I go back in April, but it might be tough.
I'm going to try and get there in April, May. I'm sure I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know dates yet.
No.
Thanks, Tyler Bates, for the welcome home. Brad, I just want to say, when you were doing PLO commentary, you kept playing that soundbite where you say, I just can't play pocket jiggity. Doesn't matter what I do. I think
that was probably Doug.
Soundbite is, there's no wrong way.
There's no right way to play jiggities. Doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what I do.
Just want to say that was funny, he says.
Oh, that's good. Glad he appreciated it. Yeah, I mean the soundboard thing is like the most fun thing about doing the commentary.
It's a unique thing. Here's a pretty cool hand. We have the straight to the jack, which is the nut straight, and we have a queen high flush draw to go along with it, and we get a bet into us. So we're gonna raise this up. When you have a redraw with the nuts, that's when you want to put in the raise. Let's just pot it. Hopefully we get action here. Money Mac. We also have a redraw to a higher straight. Great river card.
I wish this was against Irby.
Looks like, I was going to say, it looks like we're either winning or chopping.
Back.
Unfortunately, we're chopping. We would have preferred an 8.
Thoughts on the flying Tesla video? Seen it?
Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
So there is this there's this area in Los Angeles called Echo Park, and it's very hilly.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very steep road with like a steep drop off, and it just goes like that, and it's sort of become this known spot to like jump a car.
Oh yeah.
If you gun it up one side, go over the other side, you can get airborne. And somebody took their Tesla and did just that and wrecked it pretty good. Flop top set here. I should be able to bring it up. Just gonna put in the raise right away because why not? Versus 2 players. We don't want to give free cards to middling wraps and straight draws and stuff. If they have a set, they're probably not folding. Hey, it's Fish Poker in the chat. Yo, what's up, fellas? Fishes.
What's up, Fish? Yes, we tried the peanut butter stout. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't really been drinking too much lately, but oh wow, we just flop it. Nice. We've been flopping the nuts, turning the nuts, whatever. Gee, we middle set here. We're living the dream.
We got the nuts here in the bigger game. Just gonna pot it now. Pot it over 2 streets. Good turn card up here. Your wife's boyfriend.
That's the guy.
$6.84. All right, no action on these turn cards.
But yeah, haven't tried the peanut butter stout yet. Definitely want to.
Is that what it is? The black and tan? I didn't think it was peanut butter stout. Unless you got something different.
I actually don't know. I thought it was like a Mississippi thing or something.
Yeah, Mississippi mud.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was just, I'm not sure what exactly it is. Let's see. Test. Yeah, there it is. The first most searched. Look at this thing.
Dangerous new video shows someone jumping a Tesla on an Echo Park street famous for how steep it is. Now the LAPD has opened a hit and run investigation over this viral video. The Tesla Model S.
Give me a second. Trying to bring it up for everybody to enjoy. Let's see, make sure people can see that.
That went airborne didn't even have place before it was abandoned. It has opened a hit and run investigation over this viral video. The Tesla Model S that went airborne didn't even have place before it was abandoned. It flew over the infamously steep Baxter Street in Echo Park before hitting 2 parked cars down below near Alvarado. The driver jumping into another Tesla and taking off. Jordan Hook. Hitting 2 parked cars down below near Alvarado. The driver jumping into another Tesla and taking off. Jordan Hook owns one of the 2 cars that was hit.
And there's some guy on YouTube, you know, getting a ton of fame and getting money from the videos and stuff, and it just seems like it kind of sets a bad precedent, leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
The LAPD has reached out to the driver on his social media account and says they no longer need any tips from the public. They know who this guy is.
Okay. It's kind of funny that they just said which street it was on the news report because you know there's going to be other people that go.
Copycats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flop top pair and a wrap. It's good to see that this stream seems to be working A-OK from the hotel room here. You never know what you're going to get with the hotel Wi-Fi, but seems to be good. This guy just leads out. Probably was looking for a safe turn card. Gets it, and then just leads into the pre-flop raiser. I'm definitely going to call here. Find a pretty hand pre-flop at the other table. Brick out on this table, so just going to fold. Check it back, I guess. Turns a set. Come on. I guess he had flush outs, but... Good flop here. Win it. Are you guys crypto fans? He's asking because he wants to steal it if you have it.
Yeah.
So don't say yes.
No. I actually just sold like most of my crypto
Really?
to buy the house. Yeah. The housing market is pretty insane in Vegas, so we had to go over asking, and then the appraisals are always going to come up short of what you end up buying a house for in Vegas at this point. So put 20% down on the house, and then had to cover the amount of the sale price over the appraisal. So a lot of money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying the quote. What was that about?
I don't know. I was going to ask you if you knew.
Brad and Andrew, are you going to play in this year's WSOP? If so, what events will you both be playing? WSOP will be at Paris and Bally's this year, which I think is turning into the Horseshoe at some point. Is Bally's. Yeah, I'll be in the mix. You gonna be in the mix?
I think so. I haven't actually looked at the schedule. I'm sure I'll likely fire in something, but I always like get excited for the WSOP, and then I break like 2 events, and then I'm like, all right, I'm over it.
You remember the pain of walking back to your car after dusting it off?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Back to cash in.
son of a...
The thing is with no limit events, you have to be extremely lucky to have a cash that's like worth it, because the fields are just massive. So you could get like top 3% and like 2.5x your money or something like that, and play for like 3 days.
Yep.
So that's maybe not quite 3 days, but like
You got to bang it off. You got to play Rampage style and either get first or nothing.
exactly, yeah. So for me, it's like just easier to play cash and make money that way. It's for sure. It's almost for sure more profitable for me to play cash
Sure.
than play
It's
these
also
big
like-
no limit tournaments.
It's also tough to make content out of it for a couple of reasons, but usually it ends up in not. So I'm actually gonna fold this, despite getting like a great price. These middling sort of hands versus multiple people perform worse and worse versus more people in there. Watch it come 9-9x. Nope. Yeah, I'm still gonna fire. I'm especially gonna fire at the PLO events.
Yeah, as you should. I mean, that's way cooler. If I was good at PLO, I would really look forward to those events because they're going to be smaller fields in the no limit, and you probably can have a bigger edge in those. So
People, it's like incredibly unstudied.
yeah,
People just do lots of things that they shouldn't be doing. But you still have to run good, doesn't change that fact.
how many entrants were there for that one that you got like 30th in or whatever?
I think 1,000 or something.
So it's still a lot. Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly. I wonder, does Hendon Mop say those types of things?
they do. Yeah.
Here it is. I got 31st.
I know you got 1,500, or you got 25th and 1,500 the same year.
No. 25th.
What did I see on your head up there?
1,500 entries.
Wow.
This guy took it down. Michael Prendergast. Pulled this. Check this. $127,000. Here's me in 31st place for 3,700. All right, get out of the way. versus this guy. I don't think I was showing that table. Nope. Checking here. I'll peel once here. Backdoor diamonds. Got shot. Pretty weird for him to bet that flop and check back on that turn. We have nothing. Where dudes? I don't know about the parking situation.
I'm probably gonna park at Bellagio and walk over.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah. But I get free parking there, so if you don't.
What's the over under on number of tournaments that you're going to play this year?
I don't know.
I'll put it at 4. Over?
Yeah. The thing is, like,
WSOP tournaments.
Yeah, the thing is, like, when I do fire, I want to. Sometimes I'll just be pissed off that I like break to like 4 and be like, today's the day.
Yeah.
I'll wake up.
And you go Rampage.
Refire. No, I've never rebought into a WSOP live event. Mm-hmm. Online is different because it's so easy. It's just like they give you the option, they put it on the screen. I think like, do you want to rebuy? Yeah.
Right.
But for a live WSOP event, I've never rebought. But maybe that'll change. I'll probably like late register a bunch of events this year, potentially. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll just see. Pretty interested in doing like higher stakes cash games. That's just been a lot of fun. So I'd like to just get more and more comfortable playing like 10, 20. Yeah. I took a shot in the 100 in Bobby's room like 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was my first time ever like properly playing in there. I played 5-10 in there a couple times and there was just overflow. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this 100 one, that'll be cool.
So was it a private game, I assume?
It was, yeah.
Did you reach out to the person ahead of time who was
No,
running it?
no.
You just showed up?
I showed up. I peeked my head in. There's basically like 2 guys who run it. One guy's name is Stu, the other guy is Simon. So Stu, I've talked to before, and he said that he'd get me in the game when I was like kind of like planning on playing it. Mm-hmm. And then the way that it runs is they give you a seat like whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
So
right.
When I was there to hopefully try and get a seat in it, I exchanged numbers with Stu. There were like seats open, and I guess the lineup just wasn't. I wasn't able to get a seat until like hours later. So as the game runs longer and longer, they let more and more people who play for a living in there.
Sure.
And so the game just gets like worse and worse. So
yeah.
By the time I'd gotten a seat, I'd already finished my session anyway, and wasn't interested in playing. And then there's been a couple other times where Stu said that I could play, and I turned it down. So this time I like peeked my head in, just planning on playing 5-10. I think I brought like 6K with me. And he's like, "Do you want a seat? There's one open if you want to play like right now." And then I just kind of sporadically decided to play it, and then had to borrow money from like, I reached out to like 5 different people, ended up borrowing 10K from Stu. I had my buddy Jeff drive over from Summerlin to bring me 15K. And then I sat down and played kind of a short session. It was like a 3-hour session, but there were just a bunch of interesting hands, and just kind of wanted to have like a good experience getting a win, just to build up confidence playing at that level, and that was it. So yeah, they'll come out in, I don't know, maybe 4 episodes from now. The next episode's gonna be 100, 200 from the lodge, so that'll be an even bigger game. That'll be like a crazier video.
Couple hands brewing here. We got aces on the other table. And a 3-bet pot. They do not develop though. What's up, David Reed? Welcome to Michigan, boys. Yes, we are in Michigan. Check it out. Let's see if this works. It's a little dark out there, so I don't know if this will really show up.
Looks pretty good.
There it is, downtown Detroit. You can't really see it here on the video, but you can see Comerica Park where the Tigers play. It's a little tough to see here.
Oh yeah, where is it?
You can see the Tigers sign out there.
Ah, okay. For maybe not even that blue one or no?
If you look just to the right of this tall building that's right in front of us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. So do you have like memories of going out downtown in Michigan, or how far away is Michigan State from here? Were you going to Canada
it's like
a lot?
50 minutes away. It's like an hour. It might be like an hour and 15, something like that. But yeah, tons of times. So when we were 19, you could go to Windsor, right across the border. If you look out the window by the elevator, that's the Ambassador Bridge over there, which goes to Canada.
Okay, I saw
goes
that.
to Windsor.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're 19, you can go to all the bars and stuff over there. So we did that. But yeah, lots of memories here in Detroit, Rock City, baby.
What are some when you were like a young kid that you maybe got into a little bit of trouble? Like either in Detroit or in Windsor. I guess more so downtown Detroit since we're here.
I mean, I don't know about like getting caught, getting into trouble, or just like.
I guess so. Yeah, or just like a fun night that you had where maybe you got a little bit out of line or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was tons of times where we would come into the city. Like, there's plenty of spots where they didn't care so much about how old you were.
Okay, so a little bit of underage stuff.
It's definitely, yeah.
Did you have a fake ID, or did you just like show up?
It's funny, like I was talking about this with my parents the other night about fake ID adventures. So yeah, we had fake IDs for part of it, and then, I mean, once we were 19, I think we probably just mainly went over to Windsor.
Yeah. Because you just didn't have to worry at all at that point. And it was legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what he bets here in the turn. Should bet a lot. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fold without any spades.
So your boy Irby still in the game.
Still in the game.
Looking like.
See what happens after this aces hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he'd only leave if he wins. So.
That's definitely a possibility. We get a limp heavy pot here. Same as in No Limit, you don't really want to be open limping into hands in PLO. I'm just gonna check it massively multi-way. This is a Texas heads up pot. See what I did there? I threw it back to earlier discussions.
Yeah.
In the show.
Everyone's been rewarded who's been here for an hour.
Just gonna have to fold. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
This is pretty interesting because it pairs the board. I don't know if I'm supposed to turn this into a bluff after it pairs the board and we just check call the flop. He's usually aggressor on the flop.
Fuck.
So you can pretty easily have sixes full, jacks full, quads. I mean, I wouldn't expect him. I think without any boat blockers as well, I think we just have to fold. Don't get to see it, we'll never know. But yeah, lots of time spent hanging out with friends downtown Detroit. There's so many fun areas. There's Greektown, Corktown. Corktown is where where Tiger Stadium was before they moved it to Comerica
Uber
Park.
driver showed me that. Now it's
Oh,
like
really?
condos or something.
Yeah, for a long time it was just an empty lot. But yeah, I think they put nice new condos in there. Corktown has come a long way. There's lots of like new bars and stuff over there. Woodward Avenue, tons of stuff going on.
Do you remember ever getting kicked out of a bar in downtown Detroit?
No.
And what happened?
No, it happened in East Lansing though, when I was in college. After like a full day of tailgating, followed by going to the bars after that. We'll raise it up here for the stream. Why not? Why not? So yeah, that definitely happened.
So were you just drank too much and were kind of just being loud and obnoxious, or what?
Something like that, yeah.
Did you get in a fight?
No.
Okay.
No, I've never really been in like that kind of a fight. I mean, I've gotten into like kind of somewhat fights with like friends and stuff that, you know, it kind of escalates a little bit.
Yeah, some scuffles.
Yeah. But never like, I've never been in a bar fight. What about you? You been in a bar fight?
I've been, it wasn't at a bar. It was like just drunk stumbling around San Francisco. I didn't even remember it. Like I remembered bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, that's how it was when I got asked to no longer give my business at the East Lansing location.
Yeah.
Don't really remember all of it. I think there was like a, you know how they have like either a cone or like a floor is slippery sign or something in the bathroom sometimes. I think I like took that sign. It was like jamming it into the trash can for some unknown reason. that came to someone's attention. They were like, "Sir, that's not what we do here." That was nonsense drunk Andrew in college. But if that's the worst thing that I ever did, to get thrown out of a bar,
it's not bad.
That's pretty good. But yeah, there's so many new spots in downtown. Downtown Detroit has come such a long way. We'll probably wrap this up here in like 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll go exploring a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Brad's never been here at all, so go bring you to a couple spots. The last time I played poker in Windsor, I was on mushrooms. It did not go well, says the dude. You should have vlogged it, man. Imagine that vlog.
That would be kind of interesting if you put in like special effects to like try and make it as accurate as possible of like what you were seeing.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas did a pretty good job of that sort of a thing, in like recreating like trips. Pretty tough for like an independent YouTube vlogger to do that. Hi from Germany. I'm flying to Vegas on Sunday for the first time. Where should I start playing 1-3 no limit hold'em? Well, my favorite room is the Wynn. Aria is another great spot. I think you'll probably like the Wynn. Being from Germany, I think the Wynn is going to be your spot, you know?
Yeah.
Seems like a good spot for a German reg to post up. 500 max buy-in in the 1-3. Nicest room in town.
Yeah, and it's not even like, I don't even think it's like very close. I think Aria is probably the second nicest. They do a really good job with the details.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just from playing Aria more and it being around longer, maybe it's still like equally as nice or just slightly below the Wynn to people who are just seeing it for the first time. But once you get used to it.
Fun times at Flight Club last night, Brad. Didn't expect to see you there. What's Flight Club?
I think he meant Fight Club, I'm assuming, and misspelled it. Because we were talking about getting in fights.
Oh, okay. I thought he actually saw you at some bar last night or something.
Fight Club? No, I stayed home yesterday.
Okay. Thanks for the $5, Jason Kapoor. Brad, what do you think of Freeman coming to the NL West?
If he's not, is it Josh Freeman? Which one is Freeman? I didn't see that, wrong. But I mean, he didn't go to the Giants, doesn't sound like. So, I didn't hear about this, but it sounds like a good baseball player went to one of our rivals, so not good. I'm pretty happy Russell Wilson went from Seattle to the Broncos. So, yeah, get all good players out of the divisions that I like. That'd be great.
How many couches did you burn while you were at MSU? My friends and I burned a couple at GDSU on the other side of the state. So Michigan State for a little while was just known for like literal riots, which was pretty insane. Usually after like the basketball season was a wrap, the student body would just throw some couches into the streets and set them on fire and flip some cars over and just all sorts of real crazy shenanigans.
And you were involved in this?
I mean, I didn't do any of that stuff, but I was like, kind of wandering around and just observing all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like riot police and tear gas and all that stuff.
So these are after like any big games?
It was like usually when the when the tournament, like when the team got knocked out of the tournament.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a basketball school. That makes sense, right?
It was football as well, but yeah, basketball. There's more success, I think, in the basketball.
Yeah, you guys
won
like
the national championship, and
that was right recently, right? The last couple of years, 3 or 4 years ago.
Won the championship?
Yeah.
Really?
Or maybe you got
Unless
second.
I'm forgetting.
Maybe you got second.
I mean, they've made the Final Four like tons of times.
Did you win it with Draymond Green when he was on the team? Do you know? I mean, he's like one of the best NBA players, so it would make sense.
It was like when Mateen Cleaves and who else? I'm forgetting. Jason Richardson went to Michigan State.
But yeah, you guys, I'm pretty sure you went to the championship game, or I thought you did within the last like 5 years.
Was there a riot afterwards?
I don't know. That'd be awesome if there was like this clip of you burning the couch somewhere.
A bunch of people got expelled and stuff. Actually, I was at the dorm, when I was living at the dorm, I think this is my freshman year. Yeah, it was my freshman year when like the craziest one happened. And the guy that was in the room next to us, this is a sick flop. I think we'll try and check raise it. Flop the world here. Lame ass turn card. I end up with nothing. We block all the draws, and I guess it's worth a stab.
Got it through. It's even sweeter. We brick everything and still win.
Bottom of our range there. I guess it's worth a stab rather than just checking and losing. The guy in the dorm room next to us, had to like blow into a breathalyzer every like whenever it turned on. Like that was his he was on probation and had to like not drink because he was underage, of course. And so like had to this like breathalyzer was hooked up to like the police station something or other.
Oh shit, okay.
And whenever it like clicked on, he had to like go and blow into this thing. He was on like the front page of the student newspaper, like standing on top of a cop car, just stomping out. Just wild days there in East Lansing. What's this? Uh-oh, this could be interesting. I'm gonna 4-bet this hand down here. This is a good candidate, I think. See what happens here. Pretty good flop for our range. We're gonna bet super small here. Pretty interesting. Not exactly sure here. I mean, we're just going with it. Hope he doesn't have a 4.
Well, that's good.
I mean, he could still have a 4 and just be like FML. He could have ace king. We want to call it ace king. We don't want him to call it a 4.
All right. Take it. Take the win. Can't lose when they fold.
So I got a weird message here saying, I mean, it's a good thing we got that hand in there, but I got this message popped up. It's like there's a little bit of an issue with the location thing. So, I mean, I guess it's good timing. Hopefully that's not like an ongoing issue, but I think I need to like log out and log back in. But anyway, we can just wrap it up here. So we're gonna step out and
we're gonna Irby it.
Yeah, we're gonna hit and run these fools.
Yeah.
But yeah, test stream mostly successful here until the very end. Hopefully that's not like an ongoing issue. I'll probably fire it up again just like off stream for a while later on, make sure it all works. But Meetup game is tomorrow. Maybe we can go full screen here. There we are. Meetup game is tomorrow at MGM Grand Detroit. Official start time is 4 p.m. You'll find both of us there in the 2-5 streets. So come to Michigan, come to Detroit, come play at MGM Grand Detroit. And then Thursday is the Sportsbook Hangout. I think the official time for that is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's not going to be a full day thing. We'll just hang out, maybe watch a game, have some food and drink. Very chill, away from the poker tables, so that should be pretty fun as well. And then Friday, I will for sure be firing up the stream. I might fire up the stream Thursday night, but definitely Friday for all things March Mania here on BetMGM. There's going to be the Heads Up tournament on Saturday. There's going to be the main event on Sunday. It's a 100K guaranteed tournament and tons of other games to play in the meantime. They made this like special table layout for me that has like the Favorable logo and stuff
that's
on
awesome.
it, and the Mugs logo on there too. So I should be able to utilize that while we play all of the above later on and stream it all. So that should be pretty fun. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, Brad.
Yeah, man.
On the stream.
Excited to see. Excited for tomorrow, for one thing, and then excited to see Detroit later tonight. So.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna get kicked out of any bars? You think?
Hopefully.
Yeah, a bar fight. Your first one ever.
It would be pretty fun if you and I got in a bar fight. At some point.
I'm sure BetMGM would just love it.
No.
So yeah, lots more to come. Live meetup games, live sportsbook hangout, online poker tournaments, online cash games, all the above. And then if you're not in Michigan, we'll be hanging out here on the channel. So see you guys